Is everybody here? Can anybody hear us? Yeah, I'll check on my phone and see if we're actually live.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Hey. Live. Here we go. So, okay. Hey. Okay, we're right here. Okay. Here we go. So, okay. Cool. Okay. Okay, so to whoever's watching, hello everybody. This is 2022 Nerd Jurassic Boy Card and Tiggy Boy Theories live stream. So yeah.
Hi everyone.
Okay, cool. So we'll wait. Okay, so one's watching. So we've only got one person watching, which is weird.
We can just wait a few minutes for
yeah.
people to get in.
We'll wait, but yeah, I think that one person watching. I think that's me because I'm watching it on my screen right now, just so I can talk. Okay, we'll wait for some people to join. Oh, no one's watching.
So, how's your day been?
Yeah, it's been good. I got up, got ready, got the stream ready, got my background stuff ready. But yeah, been all right. Yeah. Just wait for some people to join.
Hello, Braden the Monster.
Hello. What about me? Hey, Braden Monta. Yeah, thanks for joining. So we're gonna start the stream. But first, do you want to ask us any questions about MCM and Jurassic World Dominion? Cool. I guess. Hello. Hello. Thanks for joining. Darth Scowl. Hey. Hey, Darth Scowl.
Mexico, that's cool.
Nice. That's a cool place. I've never been to Mexico or any part of America.
I've been to New York, but nowhere else.
I've been to Europe, Singapore, Bali, Fiji, and New Zealand. That's it.
Cool.
Thanks.
I've only been to 2, but close.
Oh, you're on a cruise. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Coffee Drake? Nice. Hey, Coffee Drake. Okay. So we've got good people watching. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start the live stream now. So do you guys want to ask us anything about DMCM and Jurassic World Dominion? Do you have any questions? Do you have anything do you want us to discuss? Because so we're just right here. So any of your questions we can answer right now. So that's cool.
Also, before we get into this, we should probably say that there will be spoilers for Camp Cretaceous Season 5.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen that yet, then you've been warned.
And Spider-Man No Way Home and all the other MCU projects.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, cool. By the way, before we begin, thanks for joining, guys. It means a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Wait for them. Yeah. No Way Home was awesome. Yes, it was awesome, Dark Scout. I really do agree. Yeah, that was a great movie. Really, yeah, what I liked about Spider-Man No Way Home, it was just I love the way they did it so old-fashioned. Like they did it the way the comics presented Spider-Man's legacy to be. So it's like with great power comes great responsibility, and with that comes great consequences. So yeah, just the way they did that was really good, and it felt really connected to the way Sam Raimi did with Tobey Maguire. So yeah, that's what I love because I've always loved the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. They're gonna be my favorite Spider-Man movies because they live up to the legacy that the comics spread. So yeah, I just really love how that was incorporated, and all the villains coming back was just great. That was awesome. So yeah, heads up, thumbs up to that. Yeah.
Some of the villains they definitely even fixed, like Electro, for
Oh
example.
yeah, he was much better than what he was in Amazing
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2. Hey, 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 Spider-Man! You made me a cake, Spider-Man. You shouldn't have, man. What is he? What is this even?
indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
So, since doesn't look like anyone has any questions just yet, do you want to start off by talking about Jurassic or Marvel first?
Because we're talking about No Way Home, we'll talk about.
Um,
Can you hear me?
Endgame. I can hear. In your opinion, Endgame or Spider-Man? Definitely Endgame for me. Coffee Drake. 100%. Can you hear me? Hello. Just
The
a few minor
overall,
technical differences.
because Avengers Endgame, like, it's good. It's a great experience. So yeah, I'm not really complaining that much. But yeah, if you would ask me,
It,
Spider-Man No Way Home is my favorite out of the two.
for me, it's probably Endgame, only because they spent years building it up, and
Yeah,
my personal favorite MCU character, Iron Man, was at the end of the day for me. He kind of stole the show at the end. Um, what? We keep cutting out. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
yeah, I can hear you. I think it's our connection to YouTube.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
Restream isn't the best, but it's free.
Yeah. Thought it was. Oh, I thought this was an Omegle. No, no, we don't use Omegle. We use Restream. I like the setup of Restream. It's simple, very straightforward.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
still customize it even though it's free. It's pretty simple. Yeah.
Brutal 720. Braden wanted me to watch.
Oh well, welcome.
Thanks, Braden. You got ourselves another guest. Okay, but yeah, as we were saying, yeah, I think Spider-Man No Way Home was probably my favorite one in opinion. But yeah, the only thing I found weird is they Tom Holland Spider-Man, they were able to change all their fate and get the villains back to the way they were. But wouldn't they just go back to their original timelines and just die? Like that part was just really weird to me.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's all confusing. Like it's
Yeah,
weird, like multiversal time travel kind of stuff. It's just confusing at the end of the day.
yeah. And even if they didn't die, they would have been arrested at least because they killed and hurt a lot of people. Doc Ock, Electro, Green Goblin.
Yeah, I mean, well, in a way, if any of you have seen my latest Marvel video, I did breakdown that technically the MCM hasn't had their version of Green Goblin yet.
No.
He is yet to show up.
Mm.
So doesn't mean Green Goblin isn't coming back, but then Marvel being Marvel, I doubt they'd return to a villain that they've just done so
Yeah.
fast. So if you ask me, I think we'd probably end up seeing Hobgoblin
Yes.
instead of Green Goblin, which I
Yeah.
prefer. But yeah, there's still so much they could do. So
Yeah.
nothing to worry about.
And then there's theories that the old Stark Tower or Avengers building is going to become the Baxter building for Fantastic Four or Oscorp in future MCM projects.
I think it will probably make more sense for it to be Fantastic Four because we know
Yeah.
that they're coming, and possible spoilers here, but there's rumors going around that Mr. Fantastic might show up in Multiverse of Madness. So that's definitely a possibility, but of course with Marvel and the multiverse and stuff, everything is a possibility at this point.
Yeah, it is. To be honest with you, it's actually hard doing theories because there's actually nothing. You can't really sugarcoat anything. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and all the massive YouTubers beat you to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're doing
Um,
live stream, so we can talk about this stuff right here.
yeah, so anything else we want to say about No Way Home, or do you want to move on to a different project?
Um, yeah, we can move on to a different project, but we'll let the fans choose. So, you guys want us to talk about a particular MCM project?
Or is there
So yeah.
any questions you have or anything?
Hmm. Ah, yes, rest in peace, Aunt May. Yeah, man, that was so sad when she died. I was crying. Even my sister was just crying.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I can't say it wasn't unexpected though. Got to be honest. I
Mm.
mean, it was pretty obvious
Yeah,
someone was going to die in that movie, and it wasn't going to be MJ. Like
yeah,
that's what
no,
they wanted you to think. Like no
no.
way. How Venom came in Spider-Man: No Way Home? What?
Oh yeah. So how he came to the MCU timeline at the end
Well,
of Venom Let There Be Carnage.
he was in it for about 5 minutes,
Yeah,
but
and
um,
he was drunk the whole time.
yeah.
Just I can't even imitate the way he was talking, man. It was ridiculous. To anyone who hasn't seen Venom, that would have been so confusing. I was lucky. I saw Venom a few months before that. But yeah.
It would have been a bit, but then at the same time, they don't necessarily have to watch Venom.
No.
They could have just seen the original Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3, because Venom was in that, and I'm guessing that's the reason he was there, because he obviously found out his identity in that movie.
Yeah, yeah, but like still, you gotta. It would have made more sense if they saw Tom Hardy's Venom, because that's like the version of Venom that we saw in that credit scene.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, you're not wrong.
But yeah,
Um,
but yeah. What was confusing about that is he left behind the symbiote, but wouldn't that just go back to the original timeline? Because it's like a living thing. That doesn't make any sense. That's the only thing that didn't make sense to me.
Possibly. I mean, I can't really answer that question myself. Yeah, I don't really know why that piece of Venom was left
Yeah,
there. One of my friends at school said that could be like a piece of Venom, but it could be Carnage in some way. I don't really know how that could be possible, and that's the reason
mm,
why they're going to do a Spider-Man versus Venom because it's basically Venom just. It's basically Carnage just in looking like Venom, and that's where he'll be bad because Carnage is obviously bad. But
yeah,
I don't really know if that theory could really work. I mean, it could do in a matter of the fact that Carnage never really found out Spider-Man's identity.
yeah,
So it could be right he never went back
yeah. But how would he go into that timeline in the first place?
because he was inside of Venom. He ate him, didn't he?
Yeah, but how does Venom know who Spider Man is?
That's where you lose me. I have no idea. Oh well, it's I guess the only way at this point.
We don't even know if there's a Spider Man in Tom Hardy's Venom universe. A lot of people
Well,
are saying that Andrew
it,
Garfield's Spider Man is in that same universe, but yeah,
I do agree with that because looking at a comment which Extreme Kidnapping is putting, Morbius is set in the same universe as Amazing
Yes.
Spider-Man, from what I
Mm.
hear. But then Venom is also referenced in that,
Yeah.
so who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. And also, aren't Venom and Eddie Brock in San Francisco
Oh, you mean in the movies?
in the movie? Yeah. They're in San Francisco and Spider-Man's all the way in Queens, New York.
I thought it was Chicago. Am I wrong?
I think so. No,
I
I
think
don't think it was New York though.
no, it definitely wasn't New York. I thought it was Chicago. Now I can't remember. I think you're probably right. I mean, where's San Quentin? Because that's the prison where Cletus Cassidy
Yeah.
was at.
Hmm.
Um,
I'll
so
Google it.
that definitely is where it takes place, I
Venom
guess.
setting. San Francisco.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
why in the Morbius trailer that said we haven't seen anything this bad since that thing in San Francisco, and they're referencing to Venom.
yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I'm getting a headache thinking about all this multiversal stuff. There's so much to keep up with.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but
but
yeah,
yeah,
I do kind of see what you're saying about why a piece of him was left behind.
exactly,
That's
yeah,
a bit weird, but hopefully they'll answer it
mm.
at some point.
Yeah, but yeah.
Um, Also, Coffee Drake wants to know
Uh,
something about Electro. Uh,
Electro. So what about Electro? So do you mean how he was in No Way Home, or just like the how he came to be in that timeline and how he went? Okay, yeah, I thought Electro was pretty good in Spider-Man No Way Home. He was much more menacing than he was in Amazing Spider-Man 2, that's for sure. He was yeah, he was funny, he was menacing, he was great. Great character overall. Had great chemistry with Sandman and Doc Ock. I thought their
yeah,
conversations were really funny.
I did love some of the conversations between Sandman and
Yeah.
Electro. Pretty
Mm.
funny. Um, but yeah, I do definitely think, as we said at the beginning of the live stream, that they definitely fixed Electro.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't actually mind if we saw him again somehow. There's definitely
Yeah.
ways to come back.
Yeah.
And if you ask me, there's no one else who could play him.
Yes.
Um,
Jamie Foxx, yeah.
Jamie Foxx, he's the only one who can play Electro at this point in my mind. He's brilliant at the character. I think the only reason he was bad in Amazing Spider-Man wasn't it wasn't his fault. He's not a bad actor or anything. It was the writer's fault. That was just poor script writing, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Um,
Jamie Foxx is an awesome actor. They just wrote him terribly.
yeah, like in Amazing Spider-Man, he's Max Dillon, but in
Yeah.
this, he's Jamie Foxx, and I want to
Yes.
see Jamie Foxx. He's cooler.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I just think that Amazing Spider-Man screwed up. This movie fixed it in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't mind seeing Electro show up again
Yeah.
in way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I completely agree with you, but and yeah, I love and the thing with Max Dillon on a what was I gonna say? I just totally forgot. Damn. I was gonna say something about Electro. Or Coffee Drake. So how he got into Peter Parker's timeline because he never even knew Peter. Oh, that's
That's a
actually
good.
a good point. Yeah.
I've been thinking about that myself. Yeah, you can search it up on Google or even rewatch Amazing Spider-Man. Max Dillon, aka Electro, never found out once
Yeah.
Spider-Man's identity, so that's a little bit of a plot hole right there.
Yeah.
They never really explain that. I mean, of course, unless there's just a universe out there where he did find out his identity,
Yeah.
but I don't really know why that specific variant of him would be there if that version of him never found out his identity. So it's just a
Yeah.
bit to me.
It's
But
kind of
yeah,
like Venom. But the thing is, it's more confusing with Venom because Venom has nothing to do with Spider-Man in his universe.
yeah. I mean, even if Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man is part of the Venom universe, they still wouldn't know his identity. So you do have
Exactly. Yeah.
a yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out a bit more about that in the Morbius movie, which is coming out in a couple of months.
Yes.
Um, But anyway, so is there anything else about No Way Home that anyone would like to ask us about or mention?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Also, something. Oh, cool. So, guys, what are your thoughts on the major plot hole in which the Spider-Man saved the villains and returned them alive to the original timeline instead of dead? Yeah, that thing was really confusing. I did. Yeah, that thing was really confusing because it's like even if they sent them back, wouldn't they just die? Wouldn't they just go back and die? And even if they
Well,
managed to stay alive, pun?
Norman Osborn is definitely screwed because he's
Yeah,
murdered people. Um,
because
and
that would have been the second he got stabbed with the glider.
yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, we yeah, that's really hard to explain.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, like, if it was the same version of Peter Parker that Tobey Maguire was, but obviously now we know it's not. It's like a
no,
much older version. He could have like webbed him and like pulled him out the way or something before the glider hit him. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we
yeah,
never really actually found out the moment that Green Goblin was called in. The only villain I actually remember them actually mentioning how they got there was Electro and Doc
Doc
Ock.
Ock,
They
yeah,
never mentioned which point in time the others were taken from.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Sandman Sandman was obviously taken after the events of Spider-Man 3 because he protects him from Elektra at the beginning.
yes,
Because if he was taken any time before that, he would have been trying to kill. He would have been trying to get away from Peter Parker.
yes, that's
Yeah,
yeah, that is a major plot hole. I don't know
yeah,
why they do that.
yeah. And even if they didn't die, they would have been arrested anyways. Doc Ock. Well, what time did Lizard go in?
Well, he was still in his lizard form, and he had to take those.
Yeah, the
Oh yeah,
cinema. Yeah,
yeah. People went insane when they first appeared on screen. I've seen
yeah,
fan reactions and stuff. It was really
yeah.
awesome. Um,
I went in first class cinema, so we weren't allowed to scream.
oh, weren't you?
In fact, some kids screamed they got kicked out. It's funny.
Really?
Yep.
Oh god, imagine being kicked out. The best movie of
The
the year.
usher just came. And they're like, "Hey, oh no, I don't think they got kicked out. I think they just got told off."
Oh god, well,
That was funny, but yeah, that was a really cool moment in the cinemas where they all
yeah,
returned.
yeah. But the thing I want to know is though, was it as good as a moment when everyone showed up at the end of Endgame? Like two characters
Oh
worth the
nah,
money.
definitely not. Nothing beats that moment in Endgame. That had so much energy and so much. Yeah, that was just in general a really good scene.
Yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah. So, is there anything else anyone wants to say about No Way Home? Because there's definitely some other projects that I want to talk about. One of them being Eternals.
Mm. You want actually? I haven't actually seen Eternals yet.
Have you not seen Eternals yet?
Well, judging by your review, it looks terrible and it sounds terrible, and it looks like the worst Marvel movie ever.
Correct, correct, and correct. All right. Well, I guess we can't talk about Eternals then. But
Mm,
if you want to know what I think, then go watch my review.
okay.
Um,
I watched your reviews. It's great.
yeah, it wasn't too good.
No. It looks meh.
The whole movie was a setup.
Yeah.
The best part of the movie was the fact that Thanos' brother was in it. That's it.
Mm.
Um,
Thanos' brother.
that's the only reason. They don't even look anything like each other either. So it's pretty. That I'm gonna have a heck of a time seeing them explain that in the sequel. But Yeah, so I guess no one has anything else to say about No Way Home. So what project do you want to move to then, since we can't talk about Eternals?
No Way Home. Oh, Hawkeye. What's that? What that's setting up in the future? Just other projects.
Well, my thoughts first off were the whole show was unneeded.
Mm,
In my opinion, it's way too late.
it
It
is way
should have
too
been
late now.
5 years ago is when that show should have come
Yeah,
out. And it shouldn't have been a Hawkeye show. It should have been a Black Widow and Hawkeye show. They should have had
yes,
a thing together. They
I
shouldn't have
totally
had
agree with you. Yeah,
separate movies. I mean, Black Widow's movie was a joke. It wasn't even
oh,
her movie. If you ask me, it was more her sister's movie. And I
yeah,
get that they also want to kind of introduce people to her because she's obviously taken the mantle. But at the same time, I want to see Black Widow,
yeah,
Natasha Romanoff. Am I saying that right? Romanoff. Yeah, I am.
Romanoff. Yeah,
Um, I don't want to see her sister. Yeah, she can be a background character, but I want to see the one who we know and love, not her. And they wasted most of the movie showing us the one which we've only just been introduced to. So it
yeah,
was a bit annoying, but I guess so be it.
yeah. But yeah, my
Um,
thoughts on Hawkeye. I just felt it was okay. I liked the pacing and everything, but like it's just Clint Barton looks. Oh, my cat knocked down my green screen.
it's all good. Uh,
sorry, sorry about that. But yeah, my thoughts on Hawkeye. It was just Clint Barton just looks old. Like the actor Jeremy Renner, he looks old. He looks bored. He looks like he's just doing it for the money. He doesn't look invested at all. And look,
yeah,
Kate Bishop was great. I liked Kate Bishop. She was funny. She was
Kate
great.
Bishop. Kate Bishop was really the main good part of it. I mean, the only reason I kind of find the show a tiny bit interesting is because it's setting up the Young Avengers. That's the only
Yeah,
reason.
it set up the
Um,
Young Avengers and maybe the Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers, something like that.
well, that's interesting now that they're kind of on good sides, him and her, but I guess we'll see. I'm surprised that US Agent didn't show up. I was kind
Nah,
of actually, I at one point I did think that he would show up, but he
mm,
never did. So
yeah,
I'm not surprised, but it was just a theory, and I was a bit let down that he didn't. But oh well. Um, Also, whilst we're talking about the Thunderbolts and the Dark Avengers and stuff, I think the next time we're going to see them appearing is in the upcoming She-Hulk series because
yes,
Abomination is in that, and from
yes.
what I hear, Abomination is going to be recruited to this new team.
Mm. Won't we
What
be introduced to Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross as well?
I think She-Hulk will be the series. I wouldn't even be surprised if Abomination was a side villain and
Mm.
Red Hulk was the main villain.
Yeah,
That would not surprise me. Um, I mean, who knows? We may even see Abomination. Oh my god! I just realized we're probably going to see Abomination and Red Hulk versus Professor Hulk and She Hulk. That would be awesome.
that would be
Um,
pretty cool.
um, and then whoever this oh my god, what was her name? Valentina, the
Valentina, she's got the most least recognizable name. I've gone back and I've watched credit scenes and I've googled it up and I've memorized it in my head. I still can't remember it. Marvel.
I mean, I know that they call her Valentina for short, and in the comics, I'm pretty sure she's known as Madam Hydra or
Yeah,
something. And
Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Wow, good luck. Good luck remembering that.
yeah, I'm just going to say
Yeah.
Valentina. Um, She there's a couple of rumors that she's working for Thunderbolt Ross, but personally, I think that they are going to later reveal that she is working for Hydra because after Falcon and Winter Soldier, we very much know that Hydra is still around. Not very
Yeah.
much, but it is kind of still there in the shadows a little bit.
I don't think
Um,
they will though. I don't think they're gonna bring back Hydra. To be honest with you.
but I think like Shield, they're going to merge into something new. Like
True.
Shield has obviously become Sword, so I think Hydra might become something else.
Yeah.
Or something which rumors are going around for right now that Manticore is like a cover name for Bioson. I think
Yeah.
there could be like a new cover name for Hydra.
Yeah.
I think that's something they might do. But what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on it?
Well, I agree, but like, I think it would just be really lazy to bring back Hydra because, like, it's been shown since like 10 years back, since the first Captain America movie got released. I feel like if they bring it back, it's just gonna be dragging it on. It's like, how many times do they have to destroy it before it goes away? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I can kind of see your point. I mean, Hydra already kind of have been like the main villains of, is it 2 movies? Yeah, it was 2 movies. Captain America: The First Avenger and Winter Soldier, I think it was,
Yeah.
with the helicarriers.
Yeah.
Those those were the 2 movies when Hydra was like the main antagonist. And yes, but the only reason I believe that Hydra could come back is that now the Red Skull can return.
Yeah.
And I feel like when he returns to Earth, or that's if he returns to Earth, he's going to find out like what's happened. He's going to catch up, and he's probably going to try and rebuild Hydra. And that's where my theory comes in: is that he's going to build Hydra into something new.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna bring the Red Skull back, to be honest with you.
But then they've just left that wide open. And Marvel very much aren't the people for doing that. Like they've always answered something which they've like teased later on. And I'm pretty sure the directors of Infinity War, the Russo brothers, are they called?
Anthony
Uh,
and Joe Russo.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they said that they were asked on some kind of interview when promoting that movie, are we going to see the Red Skull again now that he's free or something? And they said, never say never or something. So we could see him again, but obviously,
Yeah.
as you're saying, it may not happen. So
Yeah.
that's a
We could see him again, but it's like, to be honest with you, I don't really want to see him again. I feel like he had his part in Captain America, and it was like his scene was great in Infinity War and Endgame, and I think that's it. They just need to finish him off.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him again, but I do also see what you're saying, and they may not bring him back. But obviously, he's obviously free now, so they could if they wanted to. But it's up to them.
Yeah.
So about the She-Hulk series, so what are your thoughts on that? What do you think that's going to kind of be?
I think that'll be interesting. Because if you remember at the end of Shang-Chi, Bruce Banner is back in his normal shape, like body condition. So it's like he's
Yeah.
pretty much all human. So I'm not sure if She-Hulk takes place before that credit scene or after. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know a lot about the She-Hulk character in general from the comics and stuff, but yeah, it sounds interesting. I think it would be a really cool way to introduce Abomination again. But I don't think Abomination will be a bad guy since we saw him in Shang-Chi.
Possibly, but that's if like he doesn't get recruited to this new team because US Agent isn't exactly a bad guy. He just has anger issues. That's the best way
Yeah,
of putting it. And Abomination definitely has anger issues. Like just go rewatch Incredible Hulk. Like if I remember
no.
correctly, that guy shot a dog. He shot a dog, I think. In one of
Wasn't
the
there
scenes.
wasn't there a scene where he like there were these bird cages and he threw him off the roof or something?
I can't remember, but my point is that guy's a monster, like
He's
literally.
crazy. He's
So
crazy.
it wouldn't surprise me if like it only took a couple of things to make him snap again.
Yeah,
And one of those things I think is going to be him being recruited by Thunderbolt Ross. See, my theory is that Ross is gonna turn into She-Hulk from not She-Hulk, sorry, Red Hulk, from She-Hulk's DNA.
yeah,
But now thinking about it, if he did recruit Abomination, and they've obviously worked together in the past, he could possibly take some of Abomination's DNA, and that could be what turns him into Red Hulk. But I honestly, that's just a theory. Anything could
yeah.
happen, really.
Anything can happen. But yeah.
Um, so, are there any other Marvel projects which you want to talk about specifically?
What was I gonna talk about? Shang-Chi. Do you want to talk about that?
Epic movie.
Mm,
Um, excuse me. It's probably the best introduction to a new character there could be.
yep.
Um, the movie, I loved all the characters in it, and I hope they show up again. Um, with Hulk even too much. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
true.
yeah, Hulk has many problems, and She-Hulk's gonna have even more. But
Yeah.
about Shang-Chi, all I can say is it was amazing, amazing movie. Love the character, excited to see him in the future. And from how that movie left off, I think there's a slight chance that he could possibly show up in Multiverse of Madness. Unlikely, but possible.
Mm.
Yeah, but what do you think?
Yeah, my thoughts on Shang-Chi. I thought it was okay movie. It was fun when it needed to be. It was a good introduction to him. It just got to a stage where it was just like computer doing the work. It was just all CGI. So yeah,
You mean from like when they went into the special sanctum
yeah,
area?
yeah.
Yeah, I
And to
can.
be honest with you, my complaint is that it's just his movie was too big for his character. I feel like the biggest part of magic should have been him and the Ten Rings. It shouldn't like dragons and different dimensions and stuff. It just got a bit out of hand for what his character actually is, which is a kung fu fighter. So yeah, if you get my point, it was a bit big for what he was.
You mean like it was a bit too much of an introduction, or I'm
Nah,
a bit
just like Spider-Man, they've just like he's supposed to be a really small time character, but he's supposed to be a really small time character, but they made everything else around him really powerful, so he had to become powerful as well. So in the end, he's become like a god, not just a kung fu fighter. So if you get what I'm talking about,
well, an eternal more like because the rings
mm,
grant
yeah,
eternal life. So yeah, in a way, he's an eternal. But
yeah,
I do kind of see what you're saying, but I absolutely love the film. I have no problems with it.
yeah.
Um, and I'm excited to see where they're going to go with that character in the future. But what about what I said? Do you think he could show up in Multiverse of Madness or
I think he
not?
could. I feel like he's going to be coming up more in an Eternal sequel or just another one of his origin movies.
I
I don't think
mean,
he's going to be coming in Multiverse of Madness.
yeah. I mean, have you heard the rumors that Tom Cruise is going to be playing a different version of Iron Man from a different universe?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Tom
he's
Cruise. Are
he's
you
going to be playing
serious?
Iron Man variant. I'm not
Okay.
kidding.
No, I haven't heard that theory, but sounds interesting. Yeah. Tom Cruise.
Um, I mean, I think it would be brilliant.
Yeah, I think it
I
will be cool.
good laugh. Um, but yeah, Multiverse of Madness is going to be crazy. There's some stuff coming in that movie.
Yeah.
Isn't that only like a couple of months away? Like when's
That's
that
in
coming out?
May. That's in May.
Same time as the Morbius film.
Yeah.
So May is going to be very good for Marvel. Are you like into the Venom kind of films? Because I remember you telling me a couple of times that you didn't see them for a while, or you would.
I've seen the first Venom movie. I haven't seen Let There Be Carnage because that's not available on any streaming services and
But
stuff.
you have seen the after credit scene,
Yeah,
or
yeah, I watched it after credit scene. Just so I could understand No Way Home and what was going
yeah.
on in there.
Well, if you don't know, that
That's near my birthday, so Multiverse of Madness.
what? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's same as me. Comes my birthday's May 10th. I'm gonna go watch that for my birthday.
well, what's the specific release date? Like in May? Like what date?
I actually don't know. I
Did they
think it's like
release?
May.
Say May.
So they said May, but I'm not sure their specific release date. 6th of May.
6th of May. Oh yes, you can go see it for your birthday then. Um, yeah. So, are you gonna go see the Morbius movie as well, or are you not interested in that?
Probably not in cinemas, but I'll watch it in my own time.
Mm. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it because as you can see from the trailer, it is diving heavily into Spider-Man multiverse stuff, and that's what we
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
Um, does anyone have any questions they want to ask about any kind of project or anything like that?
Sorry. So I'm just gonna get away for a sec. I gotta fix my green screen. Sorry.
So if anyone does have it, Moon Knight. The Moon Knight series is gonna be interesting. I personally know absolutely nothing about it, but it's gonna be interesting. 100%. Um, if you know anything about the character, feel free to let me know. Because as I said, I know nothing. I know nothing about him in the comics. I haven't watched any YouTube videos on him. I know nothing. So feel free to let me know.
Hey, sorry, I just had to fix my green screen
Yeah, it's
before.
all good, man.
Sorry. Can't believe my cat knocked that down.
So, one of our viewers wants to talk about Moon Knight. I personally know
Moon Knight,
nothing, but
yeah.
do you know anything about it?
All I know is I think he's like the Marvel version of Batman or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, me too. I really don't know much about his character. But yeah, I know he's like the Punisher, Batman type character.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
me
gonna.
personally, I really don't know much about his character at all.
Yeah, neither. I know absolutely nothing about him. Have you even like seen any YouTube videos on him or anything? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't.
See, this is my worry though, because I want to be hyped for it, but because I know nothing, and because recently Marvel, in my opinion, apart from Spider-Man and Loki and Falcon, Marvel for me has kind of been getting a bit low. Like Eternals, they've
Yeah.
really screwed up.
Mm,
And my worry is that Eternals was introducing a brand new group and brand new heroes, and that's exactly what the Moon Knight series is doing. And because of what happened with Eternals and stuff, it's making me a bit worried
yeah.
for new characters. But yeah, I
Yeah.
can't really say anything much about Moon Knight, only literally because I know nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I feel like Marvel is getting a bit low, in my opinion too. I feel like Black Widow, Hawkeye, Eternals, and even like Shang-Chi, just the way they portrayed his character and his legacy was a bit off for me. But Marvel's getting to a stage where a lot of the stuff they're doing is computerized. They're not really using a lot of the practical effects that make movies really fun. So that's just
Yeah,
where I go wrong. Yeah, I mean it's awesome the way they can use CGI, but it gets to a stage where it's just a computer working. There's no dialogue from the actors. There's nothing, and even
I
in the
mean,
cinema for Spider-Man No Way Home, the 4K viewing experience was a bit dodgy.
yeah, I mean, I do see what you're saying, and again with No Way Home, I think something I really didn't like about it is that scene when Green Goblin first gets revealed, and the scene
Mm,
when he's in the alleyway talking to the mask. That's all CGI,
yeah,
which I hate. I hate like I was really expecting them to put him like actually have someone in the suit, not just CGI the whole thing.
mm.
But at least with Doc Ock, the CGI for his arms looked incredible.
Oh, that was
Um,
sick. And
like
Doc
that.
Ock's also a great character.
Yeah, I hope that we do see another version of him in the MCM because, like, I really do want to see some kind of Sinister Six formed with him.
Yeah,
Because that character's definitely got much more potential, which we haven't seen yet. But
yeah,
yeah, so from what Extreme Kidnapping is saying, Moon Knight's going to be a badass. So
yeah.
that's going to be very exciting to see. Um, but yeah, so does anyone have anything else they want to talk about? Or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm pretty good for now. Ooh, do you want to talk about the second Captain Marvel, the Marvels movie and Secret Invasion?
Well, there's not really much to talk about for them because we know nothing.
Yeah,
Uh,
with Secret Invasion, I don't. How is that going to work though? Because we know that the
well,
Skrulls are like allies to humanity, so I don't get how Secret Invasion is going to work.
from what I hear, or from what the rumors are at the minute, there's like two groups of scrolls. Like in Transformers, like how there used to be one whole
The
group.
Autobots and then there's the Decepticons. Yeah.
Yeah, they split into two groups. From what I hear, that's what the Skrulls are going to do. There's going to be one group that's teaming up with Nick Fury and humans and stuff, and then there's going to be another group which are like bad and they're trying to corrupt the galaxy and destroy humans on Earth and stuff. And they're going to be hiding out in Earth, which is secret invasion. They're secretly invading Earth.
Yeah,
So it's going to be interesting. Apparently, from what I hear in the Secret Invasion series, we're also going to be introduced or at least teased to Galactus. So that's going to be very interesting. How they're going to do it, I have no idea, but
yeah.
at least we know that Galactus isn't so far away from coming, because isn't the Secret Invasion series coming next year? So that's not too
I
far
think yeah,
away.
I think it's next year.
Um, yeah, it must be next year. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what that series is going to be about. And as for the Marvels, first we've got to see Miss Marvel before I can
Yeah,
say anything about that, because I only know a bit about Miss Marvel from the Avengers game, which came out a couple of years ago, and I absolutely loved her in that campaign. I know nothing about her in the comics or anything like that. I know that she's basically like a female version of Mister Fantastic, but that's all
more
I
like
know.
she's more like a sidekick to Captain Marvel, almost.
Well, yeah, in the comics, but I mean, like her power is the same
Oh
as
yeah,
Mister Fantastic. Yeah, but yeah. So as for both of those projects, I'm intrigued by them. I'm very interested to see what they're going to be.
yeah.
Um, but is there anything else I want to talk about? Oh, I don't suppose you want to talk about the I Am Groot animated series, do you?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. Oh, was also the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, isn't
Yeah,
that coming out this year?
yeah. I think that's yeah. I think that's coming at the end of this year, the holiday special. Yeah.
But they said
Apparently
it's
that
coming.
apparently that's introducing Adam Warlock from the end of
They're introducing him in that. I would have thought they saved
yeah.
that for Guardians 3.
Well, James Gunn mentioned he's bringing in one of the biggest characters in the in Marvel universe.
Yeah, but isn't he directing both Guardians 3 and the holiday special? They're going to be filmed at the
Yeah.
same
Mm,
time. Wait, is Adam Warlock going to turn good then? Because he can't survive both films unless they're not going
yeah.
to kill him off. Hopefully they don't kill him off, because that's what Marvel's been doing wrong recently. They keep on killing off villains straight away.
Yeah.
But um, I mean, do you know much about it? Like,
Not really. I just know that they're probably gonna bring Adam Warlock in it. That's it. That's all I know.
I mean, I know that he's definitely going to show up in Guardians 3. Oh wait, no, they said that I'm pretty sure they said that Guardians 3 is coming out first.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to make his debut in Guardians 3, and if he doesn't die or he joins them or whatever, he'll make a comeback in the holiday special.
Yeah. Maybe.
Mm. But yeah, also, as for the I Am Groot series, I think Groot might be in it.
Yeah. That's an awesome theory. Great move up on the case, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Um,
think Groot's gonna be in it.
it's also like a short series, so it won't last
Mm,
very long. And
yeah.
each episode is going to be like 5 minutes, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. It's not.
I don't expect anything like that to go more than like 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, it'll just be one of those short things that they do
Yeah.
for younglings.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so,
Oh,
is there?
also, because the Groot's like species in general, there was a theory that that their language is connected to Asgard. Do you think something about their history will come up in that, or do you think it's just too young for something like that?
I think he's a bit too young, but also if they were going to do that, because I've also heard a rumor from like how Endgame left off with Thor going with them. Apparently, we're going to see a couple of the members of Guardians in Thor: Love and Thunder,
Yeah,
which is coming this year. So I don't really know how to answer that question, because
yeah,
honestly, we don't know. But I don't think they're going to do it anytime soon. If they are going to do it, no.
yeah. I know with the Guardians they'll show up. I don't think it's gonna be for that long though. It'll probably just be dropping him off on some sort of planet or something for a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. And if they are, it won't be anytime soon.
No.
They'll probably wait a bit longer. I mean, did you hear that Avengers 5, is it? Is it Avengers 5? Yeah, Avengers 5. That's not coming out till 2025. We're going
I
like
heard.
3 years.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And that's
Well, they
actually really
yeah
annoying
yeah
because
they need to set up all their origin stories and characters, so that makes sense.
I mean, we know what it's gonna be. It's gonna
Yeah.
be Avengers, Secret Wars, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm,
Or something. Either that or the Young Avengers, but hopefully
yeah.
if they're making us wait that long, it's gonna be Secret Wars because that's a big
Yeah.
event. So, yeah, but, like, is the Avengers even a thing at this point? Like, what? I'm like that
Yeah.
kid in Far From Home. Is the Avengers even a thing anymore? What's going on? Does anyone
Mm,
have um,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
apart the
also, do you want to talk about Matt Murdock and how Daredevil is merging into the MCU because we see him in No Way Home, and also Kingpin and Hawkeye?
about Kingpin, I can only shake my head with disappointment.
No, I thought he was awesome.
How?
He's everything you want in a crime boss. It was big. He was menacing. He's strong. It was like that fight between him and Kate Bishop was pretty cool. I like how Kate Bishop didn't actually beat him because someone that small, she's not gonna come out of that fight alive, but she had to rely on her weapons. So that was pretty cool fight scene. I like the dynamics of that. I feel like that was done really well. But yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I feel like I know why you would shake your head because I feel like it could have been introduced in one more episode. He didn't have enough screen time.
No, you didn't. It's like they did that thing when they introduced someone, then 10 minutes later, they're dead. Not gonna see him
Yeah,
again. I mean, I know he's not dead. I know what they're doing. They're doing something which happened in the comics, and they kind of teased it. Like before she shot him, he
yeah,
said like families don't always see eye to eye, and that's obviously them saying like something that happened in the comics. He went blind, basically.
yeah,
Um, so if I had to make a guess, because the gun was pointed to his head, I mean, I only remember hearing one gunshot. So unless she shot him twice in the eyes, I don't really know how they're going to explain it. But
mm,
they've got a lot of explaining to do,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool that the Daredevil series is merging. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it's a bit more adult, more like
Well,
Deadpool,
you don't need to
almost.
watch it.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch that. They've already said that those characters aren't being pulled in through the multiverse. They're just redoing them in this
Mm,
universe. So
yeah.
you don't need to watch them to
Yeah.
understand anything. They're a separate thing.
Yeah.
Um, but Matt Murdock showing up could indicate that the Defenders could be coming very soon.
Yep.
Um, and that would be if they did that pretty soon. Our next like superhero team.
Yeah.
Um, so that's kind of cool, I guess. But honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
um, I mean, does anyone else have any questions or projects that they'd like to talk about or anything?
Mm. Yeah. If anybody else doesn't have anything, we're probably gonna move on to some Camp Cretaceous and Jurassic World Dominion content because we're already an hour down. So we've done an hour of Marvel, so we might do an hour of Jurassic World and Camp Cretaceous,
Yeah.
and then we might
So
wrap it up.
place some stuff for Marvel now before we
Yep.
move on.
Mm. So I'll give you a minute.
Okay, well, I guess
Okay.
no one wants to talk about Marvel anymore. So, what do you want to talk about first? Camp Cretaceous or Dominion?
We'll talk about Camp Cretaceous first.
All right,
Okay.
so you start.
Okay. So my thoughts on season 4 of Camp Cretaceous? Massive letdown. Just yeah, that's no way you code that. Just a really big letdown. I felt like it wasn't about the dinosaurs at all. There was no terror about the dinosaurs. It was just robots. That's it. It was just running
Yeah,
away from these goofy. like clunky robots all the time. It was boring. And even Manticore, what I hated about that is like Manticore, it's being set up as a really shady, really deadly business. And it's like you see them stealing from um Bison and Masrani. You see them
Billy.
stealing from Engine and Masrani Global. You expect them to see some. You expect them to be some sort of black market, undercover military system, something really dangerous, really shady, something like that. And I had my hopes really high. But then you see, what are you going to do with the dinosaurs? We're going to get them to fight each other. And then Cash, he was just killing all the dinosaurs. It's like, what is this? These guys, they don't look smart. They don't look intelligent. They just look mediocre. It wasn't a
Um,
smart way to introduce Manticore, if you ask me.
no, there wasn't even one death in the series.
No,
Could I just quickly say, do you know that guy? Because I think that might be spam.
no, I don't know that guy. Vor on no, I don't know that guy.
I'd probably remove that.
Now don't remove it, maybe. Just don't tell anyone to click on it.
Yeah, no one if that's a link because it's probably
Yeah.
nothing good. Um, but yeah, Camp Cretaceous season 4 was a massive letdown, and because if you did you see my newest video
Yes.
with the images? Yeah, I think you even put yourself in the comments down below that it does possibly look like they're going to Manticore Island, and
Yeah.
I'm just saying right now, if that happens, then the movie's probably ruined for me
Yeah.
because I want nothing to do with Manticore.
I hope they don't bring back those dumb robots they had.
I think they might because, like I said, they had puny weapons which do nothing against dinosaurs, and they were slightly looking up. So I think it could be one of those like giant Brad
Mm.
robots. I
Yeah.
think it could be one of them. I'm really hoping that it doesn't go down this way. I mean, I've already got like a whole theory of how season 5 is going to go. Um, Keji's dad is going to help them out because obviously he's his dad. Cash is going to team up with like one of the buyers or whoever is really behind Manticore, who's probably Dotson, and it's a front for
Awesome,
buyers.
yeah.
And then they're going to get like thrown off the island or something. Like they're going to escape somehow, and they're going to continue doing business. And I think that that's also, and I'm going to talk about this in my next Jurassic video. That I think that's where the evil Raptor squad comes in because if you remember in season 4, do you remember like how Cash was inventing that serum that could like allow him to control the dinosaurs?
The tracking chips, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how the evil Raptor squad is going to be like a main thing in Dominion. I think
Yeah.
they're going to be controlled. They're not going to be trained. They're going to be controlled. And that's probably how that's going to go down. I'm really hoping it's not the case, but it kind of looks like it's going that way. And Colin Trevorrow, I'm hoping that you haven't just screwed up the whole Jurassic franchise, mate, because it could end up that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually fine with them going to the island, just as long as they're. We already know that there's no hybrids, so that's a good thing. Just tell me that there's no robots, and then I can
Yeah.
chill out.
Man, those
Uh,
robots, yeah. Hopefully they get rid of them in season 5 of Camp Cretaceous, because we know that's obviously coming out. Wouldn't that be coming out before Dominion or after? I think that would be coming out before.
yeah, it's coming out before. It's coming out in May, from what I've heard.
Mm.
And Dominion's coming out in June or July.
I think it's
I think
July.
it's June.
I think.
No, I think it's June because that's when the others have released. I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
when. Yeah. Um, but yeah, the problem is that it's just going to screw it up. No one
it
wants to
is.
see
Yeah,
robots. We want to see dinosaurs, and I don't think there was even one death in season 4.
it just yeah.
There
But
wasn't one human death.
and
Like,
another complaint about season 5, Kenji and Brooklyn's relationship, that was just so forced.
yeah, no one cares about that. It's a kids
No,
show.
no one. Like they had no existing chemistry before season 5, and then all of a sudden they love each other. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And if you
Plus,
ask me, I don't think any of the campers they have no like. If it comes to a loving relationship or anything. I don't think they've got none of the campers have any chemistry with one another.
People keep putting spam.
Just ignore
Um, it's so annoying because I'm pretty sure it is going to go down this road,
that.
and it makes me worried. It just
Yeah.
makes me really worried.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, similar to like Fallen Kingdom, when like they spent half the movie on the island and half the movie in Lockwood Manor. I think from what it's probably going to happen is if they do end up going to the island, that's going to be like Byerson's main base of operations. So they're probably going to spend half the movie in like the real world, and we're going to see dinosaurs versus humans, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
then in the second half of the movie, similar to Fallen Kingdom, the dark stuff is going to be happening, and that's going
Yeah.
to be them going to this island. But then I don't really want them going to an island. We've
No.
just seen it for like a whole trilogy, 2 trilogies. We don't want to see islands. We want to see real world.
Yeah, what made Dominion at first sound exciting was that they're gonna be in different locations. They're gonna be in forest woodlands and snowy areas. They're gonna be all over the world. That's what was
Yes,
exciting.
it's going to be really exciting, but I'm afraid, and I'm really sad to say this, but if anything from Camp Cretaceous, robot-wise or Manticore-wise, has anything to do with it, then it's probably going to ruin the film for me.
Yeah.
Um, and it's a shame because it's obviously the last film, so I really hope they don't screw it up. But
Mm.
I mean, the only good side of it right now for me is that all the OG characters are coming back. That's still
Yeah.
exciting. But apart from that, I'm just a bit worried.
Yeah.
Have you heard the rumors and everything pointing towards Blue having a baby or some kind of
Yes.
raptor offspring?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
Um. I really don't know about that, to be honest with you. I feel like if she has a baby, it's just gonna make it a bit too goofy toward. Oh, not goofy, just a bit more slow. The storyline in general. Yeah.
Well, that's another Easter egg pointing towards Camp Cretaceous, the way that she could have a baby,
Mm.
because the only other raptors that are alive are the ones on Manticore Island. So those are
Yeah.
the only raptors that she could breed with.
Mm.
But yeah, no, get Manticore out of here. We don't want them.
Yeah. Dodson. We got Dodson here.
Yeah.
Hopefully they bring him back.
Do you know who's playing Dotson, by the way?
I know the original actor.
It's not him. He's got an
Yeah, no,
instant
I know
credit.
the original actor's not
Yeah.
playing him. I forgot who was playing him.
It's Amazing Spider-Man's Uncle Ben.
Oh, nice,
It's him.
nice.
No, not Uncle Ben. Sorry, his dad.
Oh, his
It's
dad. Yeah, oh, yeah, I
Amazing
remember him.
on the plane.
Yeah, but
Him.
with the computer and the hard drive. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing Dotson. I
Mm.
think that's a good casting choice because he does
Actually,
look
that
like
is. He does look quite.
an older version of the original actor.
Yeah. Man,
But
I'm so upset Dennis Nedry died.
I'm not.
Ah, he was awesome.
He was all right, but I guess like if they wanted to take some inspiration off some of the kids series that they've done, they could bring his nephew Danny. Is it Denny or is it Danny?
Or I
Um,
don't know.
you haven't seen that. Um, they could bring him into it, but I don't know. There's so many things that they could do, but I feel like I've predicted the whole movie, and
Yeah,
that's going to be they go to Mount Island, and that's going to
yeah,
ruin it for me.
but yeah, but
Uh,
yeah.
so are there any specific things you want to talk about Jurassic wise, or
What was I gonna say? Not sure. When it comes to Manticorp, what was I gonna say? Do any of you guys have anything you guys want to talk about regarding Jurassic World and Camp Cretaceous?
what did you say? Sorry.
So I'm just asking the fans if they. I'm just asking the viewers if they have anything they want to say. They want us to say about Dominion and Count Cretaceous.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. But yeah, I might do some. I haven't done any speculation about Dominion yet because I'm just not a fan of early speculation. To be honest with you, it's hard to wrap my hands around a specific topic. But when a trailer comes out or something revealing some actual plot details, I might do a breakdown and some videos about that. But yeah,
Interesting. You're only doing shorts now, aren't you?
not only I'll do other long videos, but how is Henry going to be in the movie? If they're going to be Is Ray going to be in it, or is he not in it? Harris Henry,
Is
so
he in the
yeah, about
movie?
Henry. I think he will be in the movie.
I haven't seen anything or heard anything
Mm,
for him. I haven't even heard BD Wong say anything about being
yeah,
in it. Um,
I feel like he'll be a very small appearance, like what he did in Fallen Kingdom. I don't think he's going to be the biggest character,
yeah, I
but
mean,
I feel like he'll show up for a little bit.
I just hope they don't do what they kind of did with him in Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, because I don't want him to kind of be like a side villain.
Yeah,
If you ask me, if they never planned on doing Dotson as a main villain for this, I would have rather they just made Henry Wu the main villain,
yeah,
because he hasn't had his time to shine yet.
no, he hasn't.
But then the only problem with making Henry Wu the main antagonist would be, I think his goal would just be making hybrids, and
Yeah,
I don't want any more
but
hybrids.
didn't they get rid of the hybrid storyline when the Rexy the T Rex stamped on the Indominus Rex DNA
Well,
at the end
clearly
of
not.
Fallen
That's
Kingdom?
Manticorp.
Yeah, but after Dominion, after Fallen Kingdom, wouldn't that have ended the hybrid timeline?
It would have ended the Indoraptor, yeah, but it doesn't stop him from making hybrids. Like, all he needs is two
True.
dinosaurs' DNA and mixes them with like
Yeah.
cuttlefish or something, and then boom, you got a hybrid.
Yeah, but
It's not.
Colin Trevorrow said there aren't going to be any hybrids for Dominion.
I know, but Dominion is also not the last. Like it's the last movie, but they're doing animated and live action shows afterwards. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did bring hybrids back afterwards. Um, Hopefully not as like a major villain role like they've done so far, but I don't know. I mean, those hybrids were okay in Camp Cretaceous, but like it was, in my opinion, it felt unneeded. It was just filler. That was,
Yeah. I don't get the
yeah.
point of them. They were just pointless.
And they kind of just opened the door again for hybrids. Like as you
Yeah.
said, I thought it ended in Fallen Kingdom. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
I don't get the
Uh,
point of the baby dinosaurs in Cretaceous just in general.
well, I can kind of see why he'd have them for research purposes, but at the same time, again, I think they're only there for filler. Like they didn't need to be there.
No.
Um, what do you also think about this Darius's brother gonna go look for them?
Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty cool. I feel like because he's called that his brother Brandon. I feel like season 5 is going to be the last season they'll come rescue them. So
It better
I
be the
feel like
last
yeah, that
season.
was pretty intelligent. Yeah, the way they did
Um,
that was pretty cool.
I'm sure if anyone is like a Jurassic fan and you're watching, you've probably heard of a YouTuber called Swerve.
Mm,
He has recently said that the actor or the voice actor who does the character of Dave, he's apparently done some new stuff for Camp Cretaceous. So we could see Brandon is his name,
yep.
team with Dave and Roxy, and they could end up going
Nice.
back to Nublar. So if you ask me, I think like we're going to see two stories going on in season 5. We're going to see the kids on this island, and then we're going to see Dave, Roxy, and Brandon on
Yeah.
Nublar. That would be pretty funny. I guess that'll cheer me up a bit, but I'm still not going to like the side where the
Yeah.
kids are on Sculp Island doing stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I really kind of wish that they did what they planned to do in season 2 when they made Manticore Mitch and Tiff.
Yeah.
Because now it just seems a bit stupid. Not gonna lie. I mean, did you hear that Mitch and Tiff were originally supposed to be Manticorp agents or whatever?
Yep.
I didn't even know you
Okay.
were still Coffee Drake, but see ya. Thanks for
See ya.
watching. Have a
Thanks
fantastic
for
day.
joining, man. See ya.
But yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Camp Cretaceous is just screwing things up. Should have ended
It
in
is.
season 3.
It should have. Yeah. It gets boring. It's gone to the point where it's just boring. That entire storyline of kids running away from dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah, isn't it just?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Um,
it's not even kids running away from dinosaurs. It's kids making friends with the dinosaurs and then running away from these robots that can shoot rockets out of their mouths, but then they get destroyed by the kids with
yeah,
the golf club.
it it's just not Jurassic.
No,
That's my only issue. It's just not
it's
Jurassic.
so it's so like it's just so far away from its legacy, the original film's legacy. Like life finds a way, treating dinosaurs like they're animals, just everything about that, and they've just done it about these dumb, stupid robots. It's just they've just really botched the storyline.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Um, yeah, as I said, Camp Cretaceous is just ruining everything at this point.
It is.
Um,
It really is.
I don't know whether you also saw, but I'm pretty sure like a couple of weeks ago there was a leaked image on Twitter. Are you on Twitter?
No.
Well, you may have heard it on YouTube or something, but there was a leaked image. It got released the same day or something, like a couple of hours after it got dropped. But there was a like animatronic dinosaur, and it was an ankylosaurus, and it was blue. So that could have been like a major spoiler that Bumpy is going to have a little
Yes.
cameo in Minion or something.
If
Um,
Brandon and what's it called um if the storyline of Brandon and Dave and Roxy going to Nublar, or
yeah,
like something about Isla Nublar ties into Jurassic World Dominion, that animatronic of Bumpy could be used. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
something
what
else.
with Isla Nublar? Did she actually? We still don't know if she actually survived the volcano.
Well, yeah, but what didn't some people also spot that that ankylosaurus that was on the truck at the end of Fallen Kingdom got
Mm,
away or something?
yeah.
Wasn't couldn't have that one have been Bumpy or something?
No, I don't think that was the one.
Well, I know that there was some kind of ankylosaurus in Fallen Kingdom that got away that looked similar to
Yeah.
Bumpy. Um, uh, I I don't know. Oh, I'm out of words. Uh, Camp Cretaceous is just worrying me at this point.
Mm, yeah. What about the Jurassic World games, Darth Scowl? Um, well, I don't play any of the Jurassic World games. But Jurassic Boy. So, have you got? So, what are your opinions on them?
Well, it depends which ones you're talking about. Like, there's not that many.
Jurassic World Evolution.
That
Talk about
one's fun.
yeah.
That one's definitely fun, but also like you can get bored of it within 2 hours.
Mm, yeah.
The campaign's all right. Like, I'm pretty sure the campaign is so good that it could be canon. You basically just go around the globe and you collect or capture loose dinosaurs and you put them into nature preserves. And from what images we've gotten for Dominion, that looks like what they are doing. So I guess depending on what happens in Dominion, you possibly could say that the campaign for Evolution 2 could be canon.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess we'll have to wait for Dominion to find that out. But whether you want to know whether it's good or bad, it's good, and I would recommend buying it if you
Yeah.
are thinking of getting it.
Yeah. I've seen some of your Evolution 2 videos, and what's fun about Evolution 2, they're able to bring a lot of dinosaurs in, so they've got all the dinosaur species in Evolution, and then they bring them in Jurassic World Dominion, so that gives you some information of what's gonna come next. So yeah. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I feel like that concept is pretty fun. The fact that they're teasing some of the dinosaurs that are going to be showing up in future films.
Yeah, but like it's also partially a problem though because like they'd also have to explain like how the hell they got there.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
because that is I just realised that unless they explain that in Dominion, then I guess the campaign for Jurassic World Evolution 2 can't be canon because there are dinosaurs in that which weren't on Nublar and they haven't
Mm,
explained how they got there. So unless they do that in Dominion, I guess we won't know. But
yeah,
I also a minute ago I also just remembered that there were leaked images for engine crates in Dominion that were for Isla
Yes.
Sorna. So I just realized, what if Manticorp Island does get destroyed in season 5, and this new island is just very similar because the technology is very similar, but it's Biosyn on Isla Sorna? Because we have no idea what's going on with Isla Sorna right now. It could have
Yeah.
Biosyn could have bought it or something, and they have let their own operations going on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like even the images you were talking about yesterday, they don't even have to be Manticorp Island. They could be separate places on the globe. Because if you look in the image where Owen Grade is capturing the Parasaurolophus, there's some
yeah.
trees in the background, and in the snow biome on Manticore Island, I don't remember seeing any trees or just any growth in general.
Yeah, but I never said that image was part of it. I just said that
Yeah,
the image when you were holding weapons was part of it. Because what I also pointed out was it's also they're wearing the exact same clothing when they're in the
exactly. Yeah,
tree area, which was a screenshot that's been out for
yeah,
ages. So there are definitely a number of things they could do, but as long as it's nothing to do with, I guess I could not be that upset if it's just a different island that has similar tech to what
yeah.
Manticore has. As long as there's no robots, I guess I can be fine with it.
Mm,
Because my only issue with Camp Cretaceous is that they're focusing way too heavily on the robots, and no one cares.
mm.
We want some dinosaurs. Um, but yeah, that's what I kind of
Yeah.
think.
And even that photo with when Owen and Kale are in the forest and then Claire's in the bog, that could easily be Isla Sorna because it's got the same pine trees. I think wasn't Isla Sorna originally going to be filmed in on New Zealand, but then they changed it to redwoods to redwood or something in America.
I can't
I think
remember.
yeah. So I remember
I
I
don't.
remember there was an image of Bryce Dallas Howard in New Zealand, so she took like a selfie. So that could be hinting that they could be going back to Isla Sorna because New Zealand was the original place they were going to film the backdrop for Isla Sorna.
Yeah. So are you saying that you agree with my theory then that it could be Biosyn just using similar tech to what Manticorp is using, and they have different themed areas for
Well,
weather-wise
yeah, I have a
on
fear
each.
they could. I just know that they could go back to Isla Sorna or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be those biomes we saw. But yeah, I hope they're not the biomes.
To be honest, anything that just has nothing to do with Manticorp at this point, I'm fine with.
Yeah,
Because that's just ruined the whole thing for
yeah.
me.
I'm fine
But
with Manticore in general. I just the way they were introduced was really sloppy.
yeah,
Like they
and
were
it feels
just
like
yeah,
a massive now from how
yeah.
long they've been
I
waiting
think
to actually.
like the way Cash was organizing, he felt disorganized. Like yeah, just
Unreal.
disorganized, easily manipulated, angry, messy, and just yeah, he just like he was the type of character. He just acted like he never had a clue about anything.
Yeah,
When you think about Man's Core, it's supposed to be sophisticated, and then as the kids got on, you'd expect them to be hijacking everything, and then that's what makes him go crazy. But then Cash is just like angry to begin with. So it's like,
yeah,
yeah, the way that Manticore was introduced was really sloppy, just really, yeah, rushed.
yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Mm.
Right. Well, is there anything else our viewers want to say? Because I think that's everything for me.
Yeah, me too.
Do you have any upcoming videos that anyone should know about?
Me personally. I might do something similar to what you said about the images. I might make a short about that. I'll obviously give you credit because that's your theory and everything, but I'll build on that thought. So yeah,
What
but yeah, I really liked your theory. By the way, it was really cool.
the Isla Sorna one, or the one when they're going to Manticorp Island?
Both, they're both really interesting. So I might make
Yeah.
some videos about that, and I'll just build on it. I'll try and make it a bit more visible. But yeah,
Okay. Well, it doesn't look like anyone has anything to
okay.
say. So
So cool. Okay, so just some quick announcements. If you guys like this live stream, so just tell us because we might do some more instead of making our video podcast that the two of us usually do because I think if you, instead of just doing the video podcast, we could just do live streams like this if you enjoyed them more.
And the
So what do
next
you?
one might
Yeah.
be on my channel as well.
Yes. So also, yeah. So two of us collaborate together. So when we do live streams, it'll obviously be on. So when we do live streams and podcast videos, they'll be shared between us. But when it comes to just general videos, we'll just have our own. But yeah. So if you're looking for live streams and stuff, just follow the both of us, and whenever one comes up, just join. And I'll advertise on my channel if Jurassic Boy is doing one on his channel. So yeah. So you guys
Yeah,
should just join.
but it probably won't be for at least a couple of weeks because I do want to
Yeah.
also wait. Because apparently in a couple of weeks' time we could possibly get a teaser trailer for Dominion. So
Yes.
if they do eventually give us a trailer, then we'll probably meet up again because there'll be a lot to discuss from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably the next time
Yeah.
you'll hear from us. So
Mm.
as soon as there's a trailer, we'll be back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so is there anything else you want to say? Or
Yeah, just if you like this, so if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to the channel, and I know a lot of you guys have because I've seen you guys your subscription in in my analytics and my notifications. So thank you guys for doing that. And yeah, if you got any questions, just go into the discussion box on my page, insert a comment, or just leave a comment down on one of my videos, and just yeah, we'll be in touch. We'll try and make sure yeah, we get our theories across. So yeah. Thanks
all
for
right,
joining everyone, and yeah, cheers. Have a good
bye
night
everyone.
or good day. See ya.
Bye bye.